What's up, guys? Final Fantasy 14 is coming to Xbox. You know what? Let's do the spin again. Oh God, it's a great day. It's a fantastic day. For years on this channel, I have screamed that, especially Xbox, when it comes to Final Fantasy, they disappoint me, man. I want them to do better. Yesterday, see, first, let's give a little backstory. I made a video yesterday. It was definitely not the Final Fantasy video, and I was driving around and I kept getting hit over and over again on Twitter. Addict, where's the video? Addict, where's the spin? Suckers, I gave you 2. So stop asking me where the spin is. I gave you 2. So I made this video called Xbox Learned a Lesson from PlayStation. I thought, okay, what that's good. But then, out of nowhere, out of left camp, the biggest announcement I've seen in a long time happened. Now let's go my history on Final Fantasy. Like I said, I have made plenty of videos on Final Fantasy in general on the channel. Now let's go and show you guys. So here's my directory on YouTube. And when I filter the words Final Fantasy, all of this content, it's because I play these games. I'm very passionate about these games. And to me, this is something that would never happen. Because I felt like something went wrong. I didn't know what, but something went wrong. And I gave up hope. Like, I literally gave up hope. And it's a video. I actually made a video. And I'll point it over here again, too. I made a video that says, Xbox not getting Final Fantasy Rebirth. Where is Xbox in Japan? I literally threw in the white flag. I was wrong. I thought this wasn't possible. Now let's talk about what happened. Okay, so I'm going on, and I haven't really gave you guys the play-by-play. Final Fantasy 14 has been a game that has been on PlayStation and PC for the longest time, but we have never got it. And it was always something that was interesting because we were waiting for this game, and we were promised it back in I think it was an XO a long time ago. It was like 4 or 5 years ago, but it never actually got here. Well, yesterday, we got to get into it. This is what happened. Square Enix CEO, I'm not going to try to butcher their names because I'm going to butcher them. Especially foreign names that have different cultures behind them, I'm going to mess it up. I can barely pronounce English names, much less try to pronounce Japanese names. It's not going to happen. But starting with today's announcement of Final Fantasy 14 coming in spring of 2024 to Xbox. I'm going to go ahead and finish that because that should have been in there. And whatever possible, we are planning to bring our games to Xbox for players to enjoy. Phil Spencer, we look forward to building on the relationship that we established in Final Fantasy 14 to Xbox, partnering closely with you and Square Enix. Now look, what does this mean? Realistically, nothing. I know people are trying to go with they're being bought by Square Enix. Look, I got a bet with King David right now on the Iron Lords podcast. Shout out to them. Go to check out that podcast. That he thinks they'll buy them within a year. I don't think that. I still don't think that. But what I will say is this has gave me massive hopes for games like Octopath Traveler 3, if that's ever a thing. For all their little nicks and crannies. I know that Final Fantasy Tactics Lionhead Studio, not Lionhead Studio, Final Fantasy Tactics, I can't remember, Lions of War remake, I know that's coming out. And with everything going on, I was convinced 100% convinced that that game was going to be a PlayStation exclusive as well as on PC. Kind of like, Tactics Ogre. And I beat Tactics Ogre, and that was a good game. And look, at the end of the day, this is good. This is good because what's showing here is that there's commitment. What's showing here is they're actually trying to fix things. What's showing here is, you saw Phil Spencer went on their stage and they announced a game. It's simply insane. It's like I said, 2-3 days ago, I would have really thought this was impossible. I thought that they were in the final stretch of going ahead and just buying Square Enix. I really thought PlayStation was just going to buy Square Enix. So I really did let loose any form of hope that any of their games would ever come. And now Phil Spencer out here, but like, you know what? Something clearly happened because they had to go out here and repair this relationship. But Phil and Sarah Bond were like, we got this. They're like, we gonna fix this. And guess what? They did. And you know what, Phil? You know what, Sarah? We're gonna do the spin again. Because that's how commoded. That's how not commoded. That's how committed we are. We're committed to this ecosystem. And you know what, Addict? We know you want Square Enix Final Fantasy games on our platform. We're going to make sure you get that. And this is a big move for me, especially, I really love these games. This is one of the reasons I still game to this day. I might have been a little underwhelmed with Final Fantasy 16. I felt like it was more like an action, Devil May Cry kind of game than Final Fantasy. Not a bad game, still a fun game. But to me, it just didn't feel like a good Final Fantasy game. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, I know a lot of you don't care about the Final Fantasy or, Japanese market in general. I do have a good following for some reason of people that follow me for Japanese games. But, put in the comment section below what you guys feel. Do you feel that, this could lead to a Square Enix, more games coming? Maybe we'll finally get the remake. Maybe I've been wrong this whole time saying that PlayStation has been just securing stuff. And maybe it has just been the relationship between the two companies. We're so bad they didn't care. Maybe we'll start seeing some of these games coming. I think what you would realistically get is the games that Microsoft were able to get because of publishing stuff and contracts being signed. I don't think you'll see those. But like I said, like the Final Fantasy Tactic remake, whenever that comes out, Octopath Traveler, this Final Fantasy 9, I think you'll start seeing those games come. And once the contracts run out for Final Fantasy, I think you'll go ahead and start seeing those games come over as well. It's just, what's interesting is what is Sony thinking? Seeing this relationship between their biggest partner. I might make a video on that because Sony might need to just purchase at this point. And that's just my opinion on the matter. I hope they don't, because I would like for their games to come to the platform. But I wouldn't be surprised if Sony is like, look, we see you guys getting too friendly over there with Phil on that stage. What we got to do? How much you want? So we'll see what happens. But anyway, put in the comment section below. Do you guys think this is going to happen? Do you think that this is going to result in more Final Fantasy games, more Square Enix games in general coming to the platform? Very curious your guys' opinion. And until next time. This is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. We'll just do another spin. Have a good one.